Elliott wave counts. Today we are going to speak about CDSL, जो इंडिया का एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन शानदार स्टॉक है. Last time we reviewed this stock was in February 10th of 2024. It was running around 960. Today the price of the CDSL is somewhere around 1700. हमने जब रिव्यू किया था February 10th को 2024 में तब टारगेट लॉन्ग टर्म टारगेट देख रहे थे हम 2840. उसके बाद तो स्प्लिट हो चुका, यानी 1440 दिख रहे थे तब टारगेट. सो we will see what was the reason what's going on right now. So any stocks I do it, I first try to see Elliott wave counts. I mean wave counts कहाँ है. So it happens, buying and selling happens in the waves, right? कोई स्टॉक सीधा ऊपर नहीं जाता, कोई स्टॉक सीधा नीचे नहीं आता है, इंटरवल जरूर होते हैं, राइट? जैसे कि if you see ये ऊपर गया था then this is phase 1 of correction, this is phase 2 of bounce back, and this is phase 3. So उसको बोला जाता है this is 0 to A wave, this is the correction wave on the B which is on the opposite direction, so and this C on the downward side. So that's how it goes. The Elliott wave happens in 5 waves. Basic है. So 0, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, this is wave 4, and this is we are in the 5th wave. Of that, this is a bigger cycle. ये बहुत बड़ी cycle की बात चल रही है हम लोग, right? Then, so we start from the bigger scale से start करते हैं और फिर उसको we try to go on the micro level पे. Okay, what are the clues we are getting? This is the daily chart. If you see this one, this is the double bottom, double top actually over here. Could be this too. And if that is the case, हमें अंदाज़ा होना चाहिए कि अगर ये double top है तो what's the worst case scenario for this stock? क्या ये parallel channel lines could it go? और possibilities है कि नहीं है? So I draw most of the stuff and I start eliminating which is not valid, or I just keep it in the background कि ये हो सकता है. We will see it in this actually. It's a good example on this one. So as I said, this is wave 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. आपको दिख भी सकता है ऐसे lines draw करोगे parallel channels. So that gives you more clarity. Elliott waves, I mean हर एक के waves count different होते हैं, right? Earlier when I started going in the Elliott waves, I was saying यार क्या है यार, I mean waves, I mean I was not able to grasp it, but I still I kept reading, going through the charts, start exploring the new techniques, and yes, this is my number one tool for any stocks. So basically Elliott waves is the Fibonacci numbers are correlated to each other. Elliott wave uses Fibonacci, right? So we don't go detail में नहीं जाएंगे. Just wanted to show you that okay, so wave 3 था, this is our impulse wave. Forget about the name. तो वो wave जो ये 3 था, 2 से लेके 3, this is wave 3, वो 2 times of wave 0 to 1 है. आप देख सकते हो Fibonacci. So normal में अगर normal wave होता है तो 1.618 रहता है. This is what is normal. So बोल सकते हो कि okay 3 यहाँ था, ये 4 हो गया, ये 5 हो गया, ये correction का phase चालू है, ये हमारा 0, A, B और C यहाँ आ सकता है, 1200 भी जा सकता है. Yes, could be possibilities. There is nothing wrong in it. But we have to start eliminating what is not possible, right? Now wave 1 में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Wave 1 was corrected 68%, more than that 78% looks like it if you go and see it. So I'm interested more to see कि wave 3 था ये वाला जो हमारा 400 से लेके तकरीबन 1900 तक गया था. So मुझे वो देखना है कि ये जो correction हुआ वो कितना गया था, 61.8. So what it shows me, tells me that was a deep correction, something happened. If you see यहाँ पर देख सकते हो तो earnings were not good, it's in red, right? Okay, so CDSL की earning भी आ रही है within 10 days or 2 weeks I believe, end of the July. So keep an eye on it. We will see कि क्या हो रहा है स्टॉक में. So that was one thing कि जो ये ड्रॉप हुआ था यहाँ से 1972 से 1056 तक, तो that is a 61% का करेक्शन कर चुका था जो 400 से लेके 1900 गया था उसका, राइट? सो that was a deep correction. I mean sometimes क्या होता है, बहुत ही शानदार कंपनी होती है तो माइनर करेक्शन रहता है 23% या 38% पर रुक जाता है, बट देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग हैपन, सम रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग कुड बी हैपनिंग और सम बिजनेस इश्यूज. सो उसकी वजह से अर्निंग्स नहीं अच्छी थी. हु नोज, इट केम डाउन एंड इट्स ग्रोइंग नाउ. If you see these earnings were not, I mean, as per the market expectation, but the future guidance might be there, and that could be the reason the stock rebound. And there is something very interesting. जब आप चार्ट देखते हो, focus on the volume bars as well. Volume, भाव भगवान है, price is God actually. Put that concept. I mean, you will start seeing it differently. So this is the reason जो अब हम 2025 में आ जाते हैं. ये जो waves नीचे से start हुआ है, तो let's see it कि क्या हो रहा है. Wave यहाँ पर 1, 2 हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है 1, 2, 3, 4 पक्का है. ये 3, 4 था हमारा, वो पक्का है अभी. तो 5th यार ये फिर 5th वेव था, राइट? बट 3, 4 है ये हमारा. यहाँ 3 है, यहाँ 4 है, यहाँ 5 होगा. देखते हैं 5 कहाँ होगा एक्चुअली. सो वी आर इन द 5th वेव ऑफ दिस वेव, राइट? तो हमने अगर आप देखोगे ये जो ड्रॉ किया है उसका ये 1.786 था, तकरीबन 2 था. आई एम जस्ट चेकिंग द, हर एक स्टॉक का क्या होता है, वेव्स की एक कॉमन पर्सनैलिटी हो जाती है. सो आई वाज चेकिंग वेदर इट्स गोइंग टू, सो वी कैन गेट द करेक्शन इफ इट्स गोना हैपन, सो दैट विल गिव अस द बेटर एंट्री पॉइंट. बट देयर इज नथिंग एज ऑफ राइट नाउ एज वी आर इन द स्लाइड. देयर इज समथिंग इन फ्यूचर एज वी प्रोग्रेस ऑन द स्लाइड्स. ओके, सो दिस इज द क्लियर चार्ट. नाउ ये जो हमारा 4 है ये जून महीने से अभी तक का है, राइट? So that's what we are seeing. So as we see it, I narrow it down. Now हम लोग we are in 1 hour structure, right? So there is something, note the volume over here. बहुत ही शानदार volume था, right? Then we see everything is going down here. It's literally, I mean, dropping. There is something, it's showing you something. यहाँ पर एकदम ज़बरदस्त बाइंग हुई जून 2 को, राइट? वॉल्यूम वेंट अप, प्राइस वेंट अप ड्रास्टिक, इट नेवर स्टॉप। देन जब नीचे आ रहा था, इट वेंट टू द करेक्शन कि ये जो बाइंग हुई थी तब तक आ गया ऑलमोस्ट, राइट? 1600 तक, 1600 से नीचे तक। दैट शोज दैट एट दैट टाइम, आई मीन सेलर वाज ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग इट डाउन, बट अदर बायर्स स्टेप इन एट दिस प्राइस। सो ये जो लोग एंटर हुए थे उनका डिफेंड हो गया यहाँ पर। उनका अगर लेट्स से कि उनका स्टॉप लॉस कहीं रखा होगा, आई मीन इट्स इंस्टीट्यूशनल बाइंग दिस वन, इट्स नॉट अ स्टॉप लॉस बेस, आई मीन इट्स नॉट अ ट्रेडिंग, ये जो वॉल्यूम था वो। सो दे आर डिफेंडेड, राइट? और दे आर द वन हु बॉडी, वी डोंट नो, बट वी डोंट केयर हु डिड व्हाट, वी जस्ट सी द वॉल्यूम एंड सी व्हाट हैपेंड विद द प्राइस। सो दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंड, दैट्स वन इंडिकेशन कि ये डिफेंड हुआ था लास्ट टाइम, ये जो प्राइस था 1600 समथिंग का, राइट? Good thing. Now this is our wave 1 of the final wave. This is, it could be ended the wave for, I mean short hua, that's why it's double bottom bhi ho sakta, double top. I'm going double bottom, it's a double top, could be a scenario. If there is a scenario, then we are looking the downwards actually. So right now it's at 1700. What would be the best price to enter? Yes, you can enter it 1700, but I will think that somewhere around this 1650 is the best opportunity for you if it comes. If it does not, yeah, 1700, enter it. You have to trail your stop loss. If you enter it, my stop loss would be 1564. There is a reason for that. This one was taken out. There is a chance it can dip anytime. Market, anything can happen. But why I am going here, this is the very first volume. If you see that spike over here, so ये डिफेंड करेगा ही, तो उससे मैं थोड़ा नीचे लेके आ रहा हूँ, ये छोटी वाली कैंडल के नीचे, राइट? मोस्टली ट्रिगर नहीं होगा ये वाला स्टॉप लॉस। सो हम लोग और इसको एनालाइज करते हैं। सो व्हाट हैपेंड, दिस इज वेव 1 हम जो बोल रहे थे उसका। सो 323 का था, और ये हमारा जो तीसरा वेव है, इट्स 630, ऑलमोस्ट 2 times, right? Not exactly, little bit shy, let's call it 2 times. So based on that, if you see this correction, what happened here, 180 का था, और हमारे ये जो करेक्शन है 240 का था, somewhere in line, right? जैसे 180 का 360 होना चाहिए था, नहीं हुआ, 240 ही है, तो 360 जा भी सकता है, 120 और भी गिर सकता है इसमें, राइट? ये जो प्राइस थी उसकी 1630 के अंदर 120 डाल दो तो 1500, राइट? इफ यू सी दैट 1500 ये क्लस्टर, that's one buying opportunity. Even if this entire structure comes down and it bounce back from 1500, actually 1462 looks like it, it bounced back, still the Elliott wave counts are intact and nothing wrong in it. But will it happen now? For that, so Elliott wave, I get the wave, then I want to see हर एक स्टॉक का दूसरे पैटर्न्स होते हैं, चार्ट पैटर्न्स, राइट? लाइक राइजिंग वेज, कप एंड हैंडल, लोग क्या बोलते हैं वो, ट्रायंगल, बहुत सारी पैटर्न्स है, वी विल सी डब्ल्यू शेप्स, वी शेप रिकवरी, बहुत कुछ बोला जाता है अलग अलग नामों से, उसमें भी वॉल्यूम फोकस होता है। सो व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू से, सो ये एक सिनारियो था, राइट? सो व्हाट वुड बी आवर टारगेट बेस्ड ऑन दैट? इलियट वेव, ये जो वेव हुआ था उसका इक्वालिटी हो सकता था, तो लेट्स अज्यूम इट कि ये यहाँ से बाउंस हो गया है और वी आर नॉट गोना सी इट लोअर देन दिस 1636, देन द वेरी फर्स्ट टारगेट कम्स 1900, 1907. ओके, व्हाट एल्स? इलियट वेव प्रिंसिपल सेज द नेक्स्ट वन इज गोइंग टू बी, इफ इट्स डबल, राइट? आई मीन वी शुड बी एक्सपेक्टिंग सम वेव विच इज गोना बी प्रोलॉन्ग, आई मीन सुपर वेव उसको बोला जाता है। सो वी हैवंट सीन द सुपर वेव येट, सो if this is a super wave where we are putting the targets 2371, and if it's neutral wave, then 2069 is our target. So these are the targets we are looking. One target, minimum target, is 1907, next one is 2069, and the third one is 2371. Now I just want to show you the drops that we talk about it. हमने जो बात की थी 180 वाला, ये 190 वाला, और उसमें और 190 करूँ, अगर इसको डबल करता हूँ, then it goes to 1432. Sorry, it's not 1462, it's 1432. That's my or if you notice something on this side, there is a gap also over here, but that gap was filled while going up. So what I'm very much interested, 1500 actually, can 1500 sustain if anything worse happen? Most looks likely yes, it will sustain. Why? There is something I want to show you on delta, what I call it, delta is a difference basically, but in this market, stock market, delta is the buying or selling volume, that's real delta. There is a slope and channel that I wanted to show you over here. Try to use the lines. This is the rising line, right? Rising pattern, parallel channel, and this is a resistance coming over here, it's sloping downwards. So sometimes what happens, let's say we don't know which way it's going to break, right now if I can say okay, it's breaking downwards, agar niche jata raha to yes, it's breaking downwards, and when it bounces over here, touches here, short karo usko. But think about it, volumes, right? ये नीचे आया, वॉल्यूम देखो आप यहाँ पर, ओके, वॉल्यूम अब यहाँ से ऊपर जा रहा है, लुक एट द वॉल्यूम, कहाँ पर ज़्यादा है? ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन सी समथिंग, आई डोंट हैव टू टेल यू वेयर, it's here, cluster, small cluster, something is happening, right? So that's your first clue, volume. Now in more detail, like this one, what you see, it's a huge bar here. That was first week of June. We were looking at it in 1 hour, this is also 1 hour, but zoom in a little bit, so that's telling you that there is something intense happen in very first week of June, right? And then after that volume suddenly went down. But if you see that the volume went, I mean It's even not 10% of this volume, right? And we still sustain higher than defending almost this one over here, right? So buyers are emerging basically. Bhav Bhagwan price is God in this one. So if I wanted to enter, yes, enter in two phases, 1700, 1631. If you have it, hold it. Your stop loss, if you are aggressive trader, if you don't have patience to hold it, then your stop loss would be 1564. If you have a patience to hold it, do not sell it. अगर आपने यहाँ पर buy किया है, then I will not ask you to buy at 1564 or somewhere. The next price you will be buying would be around 1460 if it comes. And still we are not going to be selling it, because long term this is a great company. We have to just see it. This is not called averaging. This is buying at the right time, the right price. और अभी बोला तो ऐसा नहीं है कि okay we have to go and buy it at that price. We will see the price structure as well, volume. So let's go more on it. Okay, so this is now I introduce. If you see, अगर आप देख सकते हो नीचे, so yeah हमने वो बात नहीं की. So just look at it over here. ये जो डेल्टा है ना, मैं जो बोलता हूँ बाइंग एंड सेलिंग, सो ये सारे दिनों में आप ऊपर देख रहे हो ग्रीन, सो दैट वाज द डिलीवरी वॉल्यूम, एंड व्हाट यू सी डाउनवर्ड्स इट वाज अ सेलिंग वॉल्यूम. वी विल सी. सो आपको क्लस्टर कहाँ कैसे दिख रहा है, विच वन इज ग्रोइंग मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर, राइट? दिस वन वी कैन से वन बैड अर्निंग कम्स एंड एवरीथिंग कोलैप्स. यस, all the buyers, I mean, they are holding it, they will start selling it. Yes, anything could happen, but we have to see it. Now ये जो जून 2 को था, that's a massive candlestick over here, and तब वो था 1500 पे. 1500 से वो it drive the price up to 1800. That's the highest price in 2025. जो हमने देखा था 1907 or something, that was right in the December Christmas rally. This is our same thing with the weekly. Now look at this volume, right? You see the minor dips over here, that's but small one dip can take it down. If you see entire buying over here and just selling, इतना थोड़ा सा ही selling ने, the stock came from 1900 to 1000, 50% उसका वैसे ही valuation चला गया. सिर्फ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 bars on a weekly, and this is our monthly, right? That was only 2 months data that took the 50% from the valuation of this company. Now in recent month we have seen red tick. That was June actually. July we are started, so it's not concluded, right? Actually not June, July. It's the red tick what we are seeing is July actually, first 15 days. Now this is the volume. जो volume था on a weekly basis. We are going in detail. I want to show you what happens with the volume. Bhav Bhagwan है, huge buying candlestick buy, and look at it. It comes here, it defends, it goes up. This is the higher one. It comes half of the candle, it defends, buying happens. Only candle was broken was this, right? But then it got defended again over here. 3 small buying volume came. So that way I wanted to show you that very first on this one was the base over here, the next one is here, and the third one which took it so high was here. We have not seen such a high volume. Okay, so June 2 को जो volume था, that was the highest. It's a 57 जो भी होता है million. I'm from US, so sorry, I'm used to it in millions. Delivery volume was 7 million on that week. We will say the data actually. So this is patterns what we are talking about it. It's, we will call it a round recovery. What happens, it's basically we are going to make full recovery on this round cup, and we might develop the cup. So but if you see, there is this level over here, 1630 was continuous resistance for this one. What it means, now it has become a support in one sense. If you see the last time 1600, it bounced back on that, so it's going to defend it. What I want to show you, ये जो बड़ा था यहाँ से $570, so 570 रखो तो 2195, 2200, and our target is 2371. I just wanted to show you if that is the case, then what we are seeing, we are going to see actually more than that in this one. So what happens, this is the base run was 570. I'm not gauging this one 1800, so 1800 and 1050, 1050, 750, 750 में से ये कितना नीचे आया, 1800 से 1500, 750 में से 300. So yeah, it's, अगर आप देखोगे, almost 38% came down this one of this run, which is good. Now it's bouncing, as long as it's not taken out, it's a strong run. So earnings there, it will tell us everything. So watch it carefully. 1631, the future is very bright. There is no concern on it. The volume, if we see that, we will check it on our chart actually. The delta, I will go in the delta actually, which is turning positive as well. This is the last time we posted the video. It was February 10th. It was around this price, 960. It went up. So CDSL is the stock to have it, and it's a long run story. It's not a short term. Have patience. This company will give you multifold. Let me show you the delta actually, that is very interesting on it, and that's pure delta. Delta means buying and selling on a weekly basis. So in all my charts, we are marking the divergence. Divergence means there is something wrong that happened with the volume and price that is not in same direction. But it doesn't mean that those are the turning points. That needs our attention over here. If you see that 1, 2, 3. There is a minor dip, or I mean less selling over here. That's why I put 1. That okay, watch it what happens over here. There is nothing. Then the continue. Then the next one came here. Then the big one come here. So there is a buying over here. There is a minor dip over here. But then if you see the continuation happen, and biggest selling came over here in February, around March of 2024. Then it was one way for it. But some minor uh, corrections happens over here 3 4. ये देख रहे हो अगर आप तो ये 1.08 था डेल्टा, then कम हुआ डेल्टा, right? Then we are supposed to go up. I mean it's selling is less, so what does it mean? Buying is about to happen, but we don't know कि trend resume हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. But this one then we seen the selling came which was lesser, कम था in valuation से. यहाँ पर भी try हुआ कि ज़्यादा हो, but नहीं हुआ. It was not a big selling volume. So fourth is the buying call actually. If this fourth is the come and defend it, enter it. So that's what it's selling. अगर आपने देखा छोटा सा ही था आपने, it's one way. Now it's even this is not going tremendous, right? It's staying very minimum. So that shows okay, who is in control at that point. I mean sellers or buyers actually. So buyers run tha, so this one now the sellers become active on this level, so they brought it down this 3 weeks actually. Then buyers came back, then again. So what I will see, ये valuations है जो delta है, it was 1.42 million, which was even higher than last two. So yes, it's intense. So I will not go and buy it here. I will wait for something to turn green and see if it's getting greener. Okay, if it's getting greener I should come here and I will hold it. I will not if I see the very first week delta I mean coming negative, I will see it where it's going. If it's going previous week का जो low था उससे break हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, it's defended. So I will hold it. I will not put my stop losses over there. So that way delta you assume it, you play with it. I have a video on the delta trading strategy as well. ये minor आया था, it's a bounce back, but this is if you see the delta over here, it's very minor. I mean you don't come and defend that delta. I mean volume से 0.04, it's 0.04 million. I mean यानी 4 लाख buying हुई थी पूरे week की. So no, you don't go and buy it around that. So now to back to our story, if you see that which one we are seeing it, I mean of course it's going up, so we are हम लोग green ही देखेंगे, but last जो भी जितने भी week है आपने 1 2 3 and we are in the 4th week, right? ये 4th week concluded हो चुका है 7th of July का. We are in current week. पहला मंडे एक दिन था उसका 80,000 का बाइंग हुआ है अभी कल तक. So that is a good sign. We did not see that, but yes, still price bounce back if you see it in one day data, right? Actually 2 days now. I pull the data this later. I mean Indian market close होने के बाद. So that is delta. It's very useful. It's a not freely available. You have to have a paid subscription for that, but delta is amazing. This is the pure buying and selling volumes on particular day. There is no indicator for it. I manage it on my Excel. Yes, there is an indicator, but it's not accurate. I will show it to you again. So this is pure buying and selling. There is no error in this one volume wise. Okay, minor yes, but it's 90% correct on this. 1.03 है तो 1.034 हो सकता है. So those kind of minor fraction error. So this is my trading view. This is similar to delta actually, but it's not accurate. It's not completely correct picture. If I want to show you on a daily, it's showing me that this is the buying over here 90k, which is correct actually. On this one, what was the selling on the previous day? Let me see it weekly. 1.76 million on July 7th को. July 7th का delta. July 7th 1 point नहीं गलत है. So that one is wrong, this one is correct, mine is. So please do not trust any data blindly. I mean देखो पहचानो and that trade, and if you see it very clearly in this one that you know something is forming over here, U-shaped recovery, or it could be cup and handle. This is handle and it can break out at this. Let's see. So stay healthy, happy investing. I will say this stock in the long run 2400 to 2800 is coming. Thank you for watching. If you are new, please subscribe. My videos are always longer, but I don't want you to rely on my tips actually. I want you to see something and start looking by yourself. So it's fun. Thank you.